Imagine a world without taxes. No income tax, no property tax, no sales tax. It's a tempting thought, isn't it? But even in the ancient world, such a utopia was unimaginable. In ancient Egypt, a land steeped in history and grandeur, taxes were a cornerstone of society. They funded the pharaohs' vast projects, from monumental pyramids to sprawling temples. Taxes were the lifeblood of the state, ensuring the smooth functioning of government, the military, and the economy. The ancient Egyptians did not view taxes as a burden, but as a necessary contribution to the well-being of the community. They believed that the pharaoh, as the divine ruler, was responsible for maintaining order and prosperity. Taxes were seen as a way for the people to participate in this sacred duty. This perspective, deeply rooted in religious beliefs, fostered a sense of shared responsibility and collective effort. It was through this system of taxation that the ancient Egyptian civilization flourished, leaving behind a legacy of awe-inspiring monuments and a rich cultural heritage. The Egyptian tax system was not static. It evolved over time, responding to changing circumstances and the demands of different rulers. During periods of prosperity, taxes might be lowered, while in times of war or famine, they could be increased. The system was also flexible, adapting to the specific needs of different regions and communities. For example, taxes in fertile areas along the Nile River would differ from those levied in more arid regions. This adaptability ensured that the tax system remained effective and equitable, reflecting the diverse economic realities of the Egyptian kingdom. Understanding the ancient Egyptian tax system provides a fascinating glimpse into the inner workings of this ancient civilization. It reveals much about their beliefs, their values, and their daily lives. By delving into the details of how taxes were collected, what they were used for, and how people reacted to them, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of ancient Egyptian society. And perhaps we can even learn something about our own relationship with taxes in the modern world. The Nile River, the lifeblood of Egypt, played a pivotal role in the development of its taxation system. The annual floods of the Nile deposited fertile silt along its banks, creating a rich agricultural land that was the envy of the ancient world. This abundance of crops, particularly grain, formed the backbone of the Egyptian economy and, consequently, its tax system. Farmers, the backbone of Egyptian society, paid a significant portion of their harvest as tax. This grain tax was collected by scribes and stored in vast granaries, forming a crucial resource for the state. These granaries, strategically located throughout the kingdom, served as a buffer against famine and ensured a steady supply of food for the army and the royal court. The grain was also used to pay laborers who worked on state projects, such as the construction of pyramids and temples. Beyond grain, other agricultural products like fruits, vegetables, and livestock were also taxed. These levies, paid in kind, provided the state with a diverse range of resources essential for its functioning. This system of taxation, deeply intertwined with the agricultural cycle, ensured a constant flow of resources from the fertile fields to the coffers of the pharaoh. The Nile's bounty, harnessed through a sophisticated system of taxation, fueled the growth of a powerful and enduring civilization. It allowed the Egyptian state to undertake monumental construction projects, maintain a formidable army, and support a complex bureaucracy. The legacy of this system is visible in the majestic monuments and intricate artifacts that continue to captivate us today, testaments to the power and ingenuity of ancient Egyptian civilization. As the Egyptian civilization matured and its economy diversified, the tax system evolved beyond simply collecting agricultural produce. During the Old Kingdom, grain was the primary form of tax, reflecting the dominance of agriculture in the economy. However, with the rise of trade and the emergence of new industries, the tax base expanded to include other forms of wealth. During the Middle and New Kingdoms, taxes on trade and commerce became increasingly important. Imports and exports were taxed, as were goods sold in marketplaces. This shift towards a more diversified tax base reflected the growing complexity of the Egyptian economy and the increasing importance of trade in generating wealth. The state also levied taxes on specific professions such as scribes, artisans, and merchants, recognizing their contributions to the economy. The introduction of coinage during the late period led to further changes in the tax system. Taxes could now be paid in gold or silver, providing a more standardized and efficient means of collecting revenue. This shift towards monetary taxation marked a significant departure from the earlier reliance on in-kind payments, further reflecting the modernization of the Egyptian economy. The evolution of the Egyptian tax system from grain to gold highlights the adaptability and sophistication of this ancient civilization. It demonstrates their ability to adjust to changing economic circumstances and to develop innovative methods for financing the state. This ability to innovate and adapt would prove crucial to the longevity of the Egyptian civilization. Section 4. Labor, Land, and Livestock. The scope of taxation. The ancient Egyptian tax system was not limited to goods and money. It also encompassed various forms of labor, land ownership, and livestock, reflecting a comprehensive approach to generating revenue for the state. This broad-based taxation ensured that all segments of society contributed to the functioning of the government and the well-being of the community. One form of labor tax was the corvée system, which required citizens to perform a certain number of days of labor for the state each year. This labor was typically used for large-scale projects, such as constructing pyramids, temples, and irrigation canals. The corvée system provided a crucial workforce for these monumental undertakings, demonstrating the state's ability to mobilize its population for collective endeavors. Land ownership was also subject to taxation, with landowners paying a portion of their harvest or a fixed fee based on the size and quality of their land. This land tax ensured that those who benefited from the fertile lands of Egypt contributed to the state's coffers. Livestock, an important asset in ancient Egyptian society, was also taxed, with owners paying a levy based on the number and type of animals they possessed. The taxation of labor, land, and livestock reveals the comprehensive nature of the ancient Egyptian tax system. It demonstrates the state's reach into various facets of economic life, ensuring that a wide range of resources contributed to the functioning of the government and the prosperity of the kingdom. This system, while demanding, fostered a sense of shared responsibility and contributed to the collective achievements of ancient Egyptian civilization. Section 5. Dodging the taxman, evasion and discontent. Taxation, even in ancient Egypt, was not without its challenges. While most citizens accepted taxes as a necessary contribution to the state, there were those who sought to avoid their obligations, resorting to various methods to evade the taxman's scrutiny. These acts of tax evasion, often driven by economic hardship or a desire to protect personal wealth, demonstrate the eternal struggle between individual self-interest and the demands of the state. Farmers, burdened by high taxes, might underreport their harvest or conceal a portion of their crops from the tax collectors. Merchants, seeking to maximize their profits, might undervalue their goods or engage in smuggling to avoid paying import duties. Scribes responsible for recording and collecting taxes could be bribed to manipulate records or overlook discrepancies. These acts of tax evasion, while often driven by individual circumstances, could undermine the state's ability to collect revenue and finance its operations. Moreover, tax evasion could breed resentment and discontent among those who dutifully paid their taxes, creating social tensions and eroding trust in the system. The state, aware of these challenges, employed various measures to combat tax evasion, including audits, inspections, and punishments for those caught cheating the system. The history of tax evasion in ancient Egypt highlights the enduring challenges of maintaining a fair and effective tax system. It reveals the motivations behind tax avoidance, the methods used to circumvent the rules, and the state's efforts to enforce compliance. This ongoing struggle between taxpayers and the taxman is a recurring theme throughout history, reflecting the complexities of balancing individual interests with the needs of the state. Section 6. Echoes of the Past. Ancient taxes in a modern world. The ancient Egyptian tax system, though rooted in a bygone era, offers intriguing parallels to modern taxation. While the specific forms of taxes and methods of collection have evolved over millennia, the fundamental principles underlying taxation remain remarkably consistent. Governments, whether ancient or modern, require revenue to provide public services, maintain order, and pursue their objectives. The ancient Egyptians, like modern societies, faced the challenge of balancing the need for revenue with the potential burden on taxpayers. They grappled with issues of fairness, efficiency, and compliance, seeking to create a system that was both effective and equitable. The evolution of the Egyptian tax system over time, from its reliance on grain to the introduction of monetary taxes, reflects a continuous effort to adapt to changing economic realities and refine the mechanisms of revenue collection. The legacy of ancient Egyptian taxation extends beyond the historical context. It provides valuable insights into the enduring principles of taxation, the challenges of balancing state needs with individual interests, and the ongoing quest for a fair and efficient system. By studying the past, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of taxation in the present, and perhaps even glean lessons for the future. The echoes of ancient Egyptian taxes resonate in our modern world, reminding us that the fundamental relationship between the state and its citizens, mediated through taxation, has endured for millennia. While the forms and methods may change, the essential principles of taxation, as a means of funding collective endeavors and ensuring the functioning of society, remain as relevant today as they were in the time of the Pharaohs.